What?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. There we go. Present. Why is it doing that? Okay. Share screen. Look at me. So Kim has known me for a while. She knows technology and I are not best friends. But I'm doing better, huh, Kim? Brandon's coming back in.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm trying to hotspot on my laptop real quick.
All right. So here we are. If y'all can see the screen. Kim, since you couldn't hear my music, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Resolutions for Life presented by me and Jena. And so tonight's game plan, going to tell you a little bit about me. There's actually, not everybody knows about me like I think they do. And then break down the principles of setting SMART goals. Teach you how it's possible to upgrade your life to create freedom and show you the way. I'm going to mute everybody. Or can everyone mute themselves? Okay. Mute. All right. Thanks, guys. I was getting a weird little feedback there. And teach you how to upgrade your life to create freedom. Show you the way, guys. I'm excited. So the most important thing on getting set with any type of goal, whenever you think about New Year's resolutions, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Most people set some grand thing that they haven't even thought of, or they leave it really vague. I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to lose weight, but they don't set up the plan to make it happen. So legitimately, by the end of the year, only about 3% of people do it. 70% of people have quit trying by February. And a lot of that has to do with that they're not tied to that goal. They don't have the connection with it. It's just I'll get around to it. Plus, how many resolutions have we made and not kept? So in order to set a true goal that's going to last, you have to be really, really clear on what you want and then how to get it, setting up that plan. I can't want to be a pilot, and not go to flight school. Or there's things that you have to do in order to get the goal done. A big part of it is discovering the why you want to do it. Once I figure out, it could be I want to lose weight, because that's a common thing that I hear, right? So I want to lose weight. Well, why? Why do you want to lose weight? And if it usually turns out to be so I can feel good about myself, so that I can feel confident to wear whatever I want to wear, so that I don't feel like people are talking about me, so I don't feel so insecure, so I'm not scared to go outside. I strike some real pain points asking that question. And so a lot of times why you want it, that holds so much more meaning than just, I want to lose weight. But how it will actually affect your life makes a huge difference. The trouble with not having a goal is that you can spend your life running up and down the field and never score. Who feels like we've done that before? We're constantly in motion. We're trying to get things done. We know the right things, but we don't have there's not really any connection to it. It's just the mundane, day in, day out, doing what you got to do so we can get to the next day and do it all over again. Who wants more out of life than just that? I know I do.
Me.
Okay, so whenever we're talking about SMART goals, whenever you're setting a SMART goal, it has to be specific. It can be simple, sensible, and significant. So What do I want to accomplish? Why is this goal important? Who is involved? Where is it located? And which resources or limits are involved? Okay. I have little questions to ask here as you're going. Has to be, so imagine you're a marketing executive and you want to become head of marketing. Like I said earlier, your specific goal could be, I want to gain the skill sets and the experience I need so that by this time next year, I can be here. So creating the journey so that you can build your career, lead a successful life, maintain a healthy weight, find a loving relationship, whatever it is that goal is. It has to be measurable. Measurable is meaningful and motivating, and it also means that there's a way to know when you achieve it. So there's an end to it. Thing is with that, once you start smashing goals, not only do you reach that goal, you start to set your sights to the next one almost immediately. Has to be achievable, the A in here. So attainable and agreed. It's something that you can achieve. It's not counting on someone else's input to make it possible. It's something that you can do by your own rights. Not something, like I said, not that you're counting on somebody else to do it. And it has to be realistic. I mean, if I was talking to my trainer I started going to TrueFit not very long ago. I was talking to the trainer, cute kid. He's such a kid. He was like, how he's always training these guys that want to lift what they lifted in high school. And I'm like, yeah, I'm always talking to women that want to weigh what they weighed in high school. Not really a realistic goal for either the male or the female in that scenario, is it? Most guys are not going to lift what they lifted in high school. Just like most women should not weigh what they did in high school. I don't need to, that's for sure. It has to be relevant, have reasonable expectations, realistic and resourced and results based. And also something that it's okay to resource out, to be knowing whenever you can ask for help for things. Like you're not counting on to do it, but at the same time, understanding that you got to have the skill sets to get it done. And sometimes resourcing is also part of that relevance. You got the real results. For example, you're able to button your pants. You're able to communicate better because you took that class at the local college on public speaking. You did the work to figure out what's holding you back. There's all types of real resources that we can use that give us results. And it's amazing watching them come into place. Okay, so sorry, I got a little weepy there. And I forgot to talk about myself. I may have to get back up on that. Time bound. It's time-based, time limited, cost, all that. You have to set a limit to it. If you just say one day doesn't work. It doesn't give you a deadline to get things done. It doesn't set you with that fierce determination to make it happen. And once that fierce determination takes you over, there ain't no way it's not going to happen. And yes, now I'm going to back up a little bit and say, hi, my name's Jena. This work for me is crazy important. I've been working with coaches myself. 2 years ago, I decided that just being a weight loss coach was not enough. I was having clients that came in and I was just supposed to tell them to eat this and don't eat that. And I could tell when they came around the corner of my door whether they'd had a quote unquote good week or a bad week. And it broke my heart to see them walk into the door feeling bad about themselves and feeling shameful, because that's bullshit. I don't believe in shame. I don't believe in blame. And I used to live in a world that was full of it. And so that's really my biggest transformation, is stepping up and creating a safe space for the people that I can see that are hurting. And in the same time, creating a safe space for myself. No longer looking for self-worth associated with net worth or validation from others. It's been amazing, this journey, and the amount of just self-knowing that I've accomplished now because of doing things like setting SMART goals. So of course I want to share it with you here. And thank you for allowing me to backtrack just a little there. And hopefully, my fingers are crossed, my coach Anna Maria is going to come and say hi to us real quick at some time during the process. I've been friends with her for about a year. We met over Instagram. I love the social media world. And I have fed up her energy. We coach a lot of the same, and so it just felt right. And so hopefully she wants to stop in and say hi. But it's working with a coach. It's so much different than what I ever thought it was going to be, and it's someone that holds you accountable, someone that holds safe space for you, somewhere where you can talk about anything you want. I have no idea how some of my sessions are going to turn out. By the end of it, I'm like going, oh, well, that went a whole different direction, and it was beautiful. So I will continue on because I want to be mindful of everyone's time here. So let me move this. It's my oops. Let me go back. Okay, so if it was just about setting goals and having them SMART all lined up in there, that's one thing. But who's ever said that they were going to do something and then something doesn't click right? You just don't feel like it. There's days, this is my favorite analogy of lately. You're going along, you're having a great day, everything's going your way, and then the phone rings. And you know, it's your friends crying on the phone, your kid got hurt, your dinner's reservations were canceled. I don't know. There's a glitch in your day and it just throws everything off schedule. The same thing happens with your mindset. That's why whenever we're looking through self-help books, we're looking for answers and all that we have to really look further in, because there's a place where we're stuck. There's usually, with all of us, there's a time that our core beliefs started thinking a way that it didn't originally. We came into this world loving ourselves so much. I mean, that baby, when that baby sees itself in the mirror, what does that baby do? It gives itself big old sloppy open mouth kisses. Loves themselves so much. They go and do stuff. They're like, look at me, look at me, look at what I did. They're celebrating every victory. And somewhere along the line, we stop celebrating those victories. We get shushed one too many times, and we start feeling like we're too loud, or we're too much trouble, or we just need to be quiet. All these beliefs are stuck into us, and it's not because anyone did anything horrible to us. It's just, you wanted the Barbie doll and Dad was thinking about not being able to pay the mortgage. There's real life that comes into those things, and as a kid we don't know how to process it, but at the same time, as a kid, that's when those beliefs form. So and then we stick ourselves with these ceilings whenever the ceiling should be full. Quick question, and just answer in the comments. Let me pull up my comments. There we are. Okay. So who here knows somebody in your family, positive, outgoing, charismatic, successful, there's no ceiling. They honestly just do what they want to do. They live the way they want to live. No one in your family, in your circle of friends. Right? And someone in one of your groups that you work with. But you know of them, right? You see them. They're out there. They just believe, they have that energy, that unbelievable belief of being unstoppable and being able to do anything they want to do. And it's because they were able to lift that ceiling. They were able to take away the self-doubt, to take away the fear, and to put away the excuses. These are just a few. I'm too old to find my true calling. Ooh, if that's true, I better go get a real job. Sorry, because I mean, at 51, I decided to make a mad career change. I'm not too old. I don't believe we're ever too old to find our true calling. We can always make a difference. We can always create change. Others are better than me. Well, yeah, sure, at some things, but you're better at them at other things. So just comparing ourselves to others is absolutely the worst thing that we can do. I already know this. It's like I know it, and we do. We all know it, but how do we implement it? It's a little different. I have to struggle to get that promotion or achieve my goals. Whenever you're working with the right mindset and you have the right goals, you're not having to stay up till midnight and wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You're able to get more done, be more productive. I'll talk about this more. I'm getting ahead of myself. Shh. All right. I've always done it this way. I've always done it this way. How often have you heard that? This is just who I am. But you can tell that whether it's you that's saying it or someone else that's saying it, that just who I am isn't quite who they want to be. More is possible. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Sorry, my dog just ran around the kitchen in circles for no apparent reason. So I'm just happy she didn't bark, but I'm sorry for the squirrel. I don't have the time or the money. We all manage to spend things on what's important to us. It may be cocktails. It may be spoiling your kids. It may be cable TV. When you want something, you find a way to invest in it. And that's why I think of it. Whenever I spend my money, I think of it as an investment. Whether it's when I'm going out with friends, I'm investing in relaxation and social. Whenever I'm working with buying with my business, or whenever I'm investing in a coach, I'm investing in me. Not because I'm selfish, but because I know that if I invest in me, I have more to give others. And it actually, well, again, comes along in a little bit. I'm just not motivated. Guess who will help you? Good things only happen to other people. I know a lot of people like this. I have lots of friends who grew up only knowing scarcity. And a thing I hear a lot is people like us don't do that. People like us don't think that way. People like us don't get things. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I'm afraid to change. Oh, hell yeah. It's fucking scary. But it's worth it. It's okay to be afraid of change. We're going to help you step over that. And this one's my favorite. My parents won't approve. I actually held back on a lot of my vulnerability because I didn't want to hurt my parents' feelings. And in that statement, I'm going to say something else. My phone's on because my mother, so forgive me for looking every once in a while. My dad is in the hospital at Northwest. He's my hero. He is an amazing man with crazy, intense integrity and work ethic, and always wanting to do the right thing. And whenever I wanted to go public about certain things in my past that no daddy wants to hear about their little girl, I held back. And at the same time, he was mad at himself. Again, I made him relive it as well whenever I brought it up to the surface, but it was something that needed to be brought up because to be true to who I am. And he loves me anyway. We're still good friends. And say a little prayer if you ever believe in that higher power, that he's going to be all right. But he isn't at the hospital here locally. My dad worked hard his whole life. He grew up in a 2-bedroom house with 8 brothers and sisters. He slept on a cot in the kitchen. He knew scarcity. And he accomplished a whole lot in his lifetime. But yet you could still tell. And that's why I get a little choked up in saying that these last 2 things, people like me or good things. So good things happen to other people. And my parents will understand, it kind of goes together with me because he had that ceiling. Like we all do. We all want to do that one more thing, that one extra, that stand up and be true to who we are, to speak up whenever we should have spoke up, to act when we should have acted in certain moments, to be the full of our potential. And it's not that he wasn't capable of doing it, just didn't know how. And so I'm going to talk a little bit more here. So think about if you did know how, if you knew how to do all the things, if you knew how to live your life so that you would be able to speak when you should speak, to act when you should act, to feel confident whenever you walk into a room, to feel comfortable speaking your thoughts and your feelings, to feel compassion for the people in your workplace and be more productive and to actually take care of yourself and get that stuff done. If you had a roadmap on how to crush those goals without overexerting yourself, without overwhelm or procrastination, seriously, would anything be able to stop you? Show me an answer in the chat. Thank you, Terry. How would you feel if you had a roadmap? How would that change your life? What would you do? I'm hoping that there's a delay because I can tell someone's typing something. I also know that not everyone can. All right. Oh, to me, like that knowing that I know what to do, I know where to think, I know that I'm going to feel the feels, but the emotion's not going to control me. It puts you on this unstoppable path. So imagine your life 3 months from now. You figured out what's holding you back. You're working on these goals, the SMART goal to be what you want to be, to accomplish what you want to accomplish, whatever your goal may be. And if anyone wants to share what it is, I'd love to know. So just imagine your life 3 months from now. You're feeling restored and heightened. You got that confidence. Oh, most of us don't. We procrastinate. We self-doubt. Here's a lovely story. I have a friend who Oh my gosh, it's amazing what she's doing. She has moved out to California. She is um, a very, very talented artist with videos, and she's there. She's living there, but she keeps saying, "I keep staying in my apartment because I keep thinking everyone else there is better than me." She's freaking amazing. She's there, but still, I know she can do absolutely anything if she just steps into it. But she's still scared. Yeah, I don't even know. I just want to take her here. Let's go, because it's scary stepping into yourself, and a lot of us may think that someone has confidence, but they're just as scared and frightened on the inside as you. Oh yeah. Oh wow, Brandon, thank you for sharing that. Yes, yeah, that's a totally my heart. So yes, having that confidence that you can do things differently, because doing things the way you did them for years doesn't work anymore. And being able to lean forward with curiosity, with anticipation, with excitement to see life through different lenses. Once you have this unstoppable belief that this transformation starts happening, it's insane. You start eating better, you start taking care of yourself, you start walking more, you start realizing how important it is to take care of this amazing vessel that we've been given, and to just let your light shine. You start feeling and looking more energized and vibrant. Your skin is better, your eyes sparkle more, you feel younger and more youthful. um, Let's be honest. I have many friends that are decades younger than me. I can whoop their butt. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's not age. It's because I don't feel defeated. I'm not letting my energy go where it doesn't need to be spent. Right? Imagine feeling less overwhelmed. That chaos isn't happening. Your mind is not in that spin. I used to get this is before Kim met me, but I would get this like hand crawling up the back of my neck, right? It was like the tension, all the stress, all the nerves, all my anxiety was just crawling up my spine, and I felt like it was just going to bang my head on the computer. It was the death of me. That overwhelmed, that spin, that I knew I wanted to be somewhere, but I didn't know how to make a move towards it. I was stuck. I was a fish in water, swimming the wrong way. It was so, but being able to make decisions with mindful intent, being able to step into situations and know that, no, it may not be the right decision for Joe or Brandon or Kim or Kendra or whoever, but you walk away knowing that you made the right decision for you. And whenever we make the right decision for us, it's nothing about being selfish. It's nothing about thinking that we're better or we deserve something more than anybody else. It's that whenever we make decisions for us, we're able to contribute more, we're able to give more, we're able to spread more of us around, which is what we all want to do. We all want to help people. You're here. You're part of that 3%. That 3% that wants to make a change, that 3% that believes that there is no ceiling, that potential is meant to be grabbed and not neglected. So is everybody still with me? Does that make sense to you? All right. And then you feel this inspiration and driven to elevate your life with your new skill sets. For example, with me, I feel driven. I know my purpose. I know what I want to do. I know in what way I want to connect with people. I honestly believe, and this is my first time to say this out loud to someone that's not my coach. I honestly believe that people are better for knowing me, that I make a difference, that I help them, because I give them that safe space and hold them up where there are no boundaries. There's just they're possible, and anything impossible, yeah, it's ninja shit that stuff away, because we don't do impossible. If you believe it, you can achieve it. There's a lot to manifestation, and yeah, there's those that may not believe in that, but whenever you know someone, and everyone can agree to this, it was just always the thing that gets me anytime I meet someone that goes, oh, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Manifestation, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay, you know that friend of yours that's always expecting shit to go wrong? What happens? Shit always goes wrong. It didn't have to. We create the world that we live in. There's some things that we have control over. There's some things that we do not. But overall, I totally believe that whenever we're headed in the right direction, whenever we're filled with that purpose, whenever we are driven in that right direction, things are going to go our way. I wish I could hear music. Okay. I want to play a song right there with that, but just because it made sense. It's amazing how long I was able to sit and be quiet and heard. And now y'all can't even make me even consider being quiet. I love it. So where would you take a moment, and where would you like your life to be 3 months from now? What next level would you be going to? Every 3 months I sit and I take a moment and I evaluate where I'm at and how far I've been and what I've gone through and what it took to get there. And every time that there's the biggest struggles, earlier this year I had one of those struggles. It just seemed like the little stuff that you don't really think about. Ran into the back of a car, ran into the back of another car. Other things, like just this cascade of little things were adding up to be really big things, right? Well, I wasn't going in the direction I needed to be going. And I really feel like it's like that greater power held up their hand and said, stop. Jena, look around, go back to coaching, go back to what you're supposed to be doing, and be real with your heart. And as soon as I listened to that and opened up to it, opportunities opened up. We have to be willing to let go of things that no longer serve us, things that hold us back, those fears, those doubts, those insecurities. They served us, they protected us at a time. But we no longer need that. So whenever you think about taking these things into action, ACTC, my friend Anna Maria is the queen of acronyms. Oh my God, she's addicted to them. She gave me like 3 more today. Action changes things. You can want something all damn day, but if you don't take action to make it happen, it's not going to happen. At the same time, you have to realize that it's not an all or nothing type of scenario, because whenever you go for all or nothing, what do you get? What do you get when you go for all or nothing? So you get nothing. So you got to give yourself that grace. You got to remember to, you got to remember that you're human. You got to remember that you're not going to get it right. You got to remember that whenever you were learning how to walk, you fell down who knows how many freaking times before you were able to actually walk all the way from the love seat to the sofa. But you never quit. You never laid down on the floor and said, I guess it's just not for me. You kept doing it. So you kept acting on that desired outcome. Let's do the same thing here. So when you start, you shoot for accountability. You got it. We all got to have someone in our corner. Oops. I just big screened the chat over the whole thing. Sorry. Whoops. You got to shoot. We got to have someone in our corner. No one can do this alone. I mean, there's probably like one guy that can do it alone, but he's really lonely and we need to go give him a hug. Okay. We need accountability. We need that person that reminds us that whenever, because no matter how far you go, no matter how close you get to, I guess, spiraling into the next universe of ascension. Everyone has those moments of self-doubt. Everyone has those moments where they start to fall into a pity party. Everybody has those phone calls that disrupts their mindset. That trigger that pulls them back to a time in their past that they thought that they were over, but still not quite yet. So having that accountability helps so much. There's the S. T, we're going to tune into your why. Why do you want to do it? How is it going to change your life? How is it going to influence those around you? What's going to be better because you decided to do this? Right? And we're going to aim for consistency. Oops, I really like that screen. Aim for consistency, go back. It's my favorite. I did this yesterday. It's my favorite thing I've created. You're not going to be perfect all the time. I know I go to eating a lot because that's what I know a lot, but it doesn't just isn't with eating, it's with everything. But this is something everyone can relate to because we all eat. For years and years and years, you ordered a burger, and every time you ordered a burger, which I'll be honest, a burger by itself is not all that bad. I mean, it's really not. But you always got fries with that. So before you knew it, you were just getting a burger with fries with that. You didn't think about it. It's like breathing. It's like walking. It's like how you remember how to use words and make them come out of your mouth. You just do it. It's a pathway. So whenever you decide to get the burger, just because you still want the burger, but you realize the fries you don't really want the fries, you have to think about it. You have to recognize that trigger and react a different way. Like whenever someone says something and you get this feeling, recognizing where, and normally in the old days, it would make you gangster. You'd be having to say something, get all confrontational. It's recognizing it, that trigger, and responding in a different way. Nobody likes confrontation, not even the people that confront you. So just aiming for that consistency. It's not going to happen every time, but when it happens more times than it doesn't, you're so winning. High five. You're winning whenever you're doing it more often than you're not. 80-20. If you do things 80% of the time right and 20% of the time some other shade of gray, that's still 346 days out of that year that you kicked ass, right? And whenever you think about it, it's insane. So, but we will beat ourselves from one moment in time that we weren't quite what we wanted to be. Regain responsibility. I'm responsible for my actions. I'm responsible for my feelings. I'm responsible for whether I get out of bed, get in the car, and drive to the office. I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible for whether or not I get a PowerPoint together in time for this presentation. I'm responsible for the way that I feel. No one else is. That's up to me. And I'm responsible for the way that I responded. Sometimes it ain't pretty. Sometimes life isn't pretty. But candy coating it, putting a little frosty glaze on top of stuff and pretending like it didn't happen doesn't clear up anything, does it? So T, take action right now. In some small scale, in some small way, each of us can walk away from here today and make a difference. Makes one small change that changes something in our lives that makes us feel bolder, more present, more I don't know what word to look for. It just fell out of my head, but I think we all forget what kind of influence we have. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, there's someone looking at you as how to do life. Every one of us influences someone else. How we show up matters. Taking action and being the best us that we can be is the best way that we can model for those that are watching us on and learning from us on how to do life. So, what do you have to lose if you take action? Being tired all the time. Yes, you know, you work all day, you come home and you lay on the couch and you complain about the fact that you have to do laundry. I have laundry to do, it's in there. I have the door shut. It's like, I'll get there. But I'm not sad about it. I'm like, but I have the energy to do it. But you know that feeling, you're just so tired all the time. The weight of the world is on your shoulders. It's on the back of your neck. It's all over you. And you can see it when you walk in the room. Brain fog. Spend the days at work just waiting for it to end. Waiting for Friday to happen, waiting for the weekend. Waiting for that time to be alone, waiting for that time to escape. Just brain fog, not thinking straight. Overwhelm. Talked about that one earlier. People pleasing. Whoa, who's guilty of that one? I used to be the biggest people pleaser. Yeah. Hello, allow me to step into your space and be whoever you want me to be. I was so good at that. It kept me married for 20 years whenever I shouldn't have been married that long. But I wanted to be who I was, to fit that role, to be perfect, to make everyone happy, to be accommodating, blah, 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 when I look back at it now. Often whenever we're people pleasing, we also have very, very weak boundaries. We allow people to say things to us. We allow people to treat us in ways that we shouldn't be treated. Sometimes the boundaries aren't even with other people, they're even within ourselves. I don't know anyone that if I've spent any time with them that I haven't actually heard them say something negative about themselves to me. I'm an idiot. Oh, how stupid. Oh, what are they going to think about me when they find out about that? Let me tell you, they don't care. We beat ourselves up so much that it's no surprise that we have weak boundaries, because we are hurting ourselves. We're conditioning ourselves for pain. We're conditioning ourselves to be unaccepted, unwanted, unloved, broken, hard to be around. That's how we're feeling about ourselves. So no wonder we have weak boundaries when it comes to others. What do you have to gain? That youthful energy I was talking about earlier. Your skin, your eyes, your movement, that energy that just flows. Mental clarity. No, it can't always be there, but more often than not, you feel that sense of purpose. You feel strong and in control. You're making better use of your time management skills, which also comes with confidence. And an ability to say no to procrastination. You're getting stuff done because you want to get it done, because you're actually enjoying where you're at in your life. You're enjoying the fruits of your work, of your labor. Work is becoming less work. You're getting more productive. You're getting more energy. You're giving more to all those people around you while still experiencing more for yourself. So you have that sense of fulfillment that flows over. We all know about the cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. This is a way that your cup is always full. And you have that inner confidence to just be you, to recognize that every single one of us has the same insecurities, the same thoughts, the same fears, the same temptations. It's just how we react and how we respond to them and how we step forward. We all have fears. Do you let the fear stop you? Or do you take that fear, look at it, and say, okay, I'm not going to let you stop me. That's the moment that you know that you have that inner confidence that is unstoppable. Again, I'm going to say on a consistent basis. All right. So is there a magic wand that you can switch, can turn on? And I always love this. It's like, if I had a magic wand, what would I do? What would I create? Where would I be? Does anyone believe in a magic wand? I don't have a chat anymore. Let me pull it back up. Yeah. Thank you, Brandon. There's no magic switch. Again, with anything that's worth it. Oh, what have I done? Technical difficulties. All because I was trying to look at the chat. There's no magic to it. It's just you just got to work on it. It's just a matter of getting it done. It's day by day, waking up and saying to yourself, today I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. And having those goals and working with someone, if you can, to help keep you accountable, to hold that space for you, to believe in you in those moments that you don't. So it's time to trust yourself. Oh, I forgot to look it up. Okay, trust. It's like, where is Anna Maria? I was really hoping she'd show up like right now. She has a thing for trust. Oh, hold on. This is good. I'm actually going to find it. I can't believe I'm being so unprofessional, but you know, it's my show. Trust, Anna Maria. That's stuck. Okay, I may not be able to find it. I thought it would be right there. Trusting yourself. When's the last time you really felt like you trusted yourself in your decisions and in what you're doing? It is time to trust yourself. If we keep waiting and we keep waiting and we keep waiting to make those small changes that add up to big results, that open big doors, then it's never going to happen. I am seriously going to quote Matthew McConaughey right now. he always, he was, and I can't remember that, so I'm not quoting him, but I'm paraphrasing him. Who I think he's pretty cute, but he's extremely smart and motivational, and I do recommend listening to him if you have an opportunity, because he says a lot of stuff that makes sense. But he's asked who his role model is, and he said, me in 5 years, because he knows that he's going to keep working, he's going to keep getting better and better and better, and that's who he wants to be. So he has this vision planted for himself, which I like to plant one for my clients whenever I start to work with them. It's like, here you are now. Where do you want to be? And do the visualization. So we're in that future version. We're in that. Yes. Yes. Right on, Brandon. I love that. Brandon says, in order for us to be successful, we have to take the stairs and not the elevator. Sweat equity. Put in the work daily. Life does not take a day off, and neither should we. Oh, we should take a day off. I mean, we got for a good 340, 20% of the time, we can take a nap. Because sometimes it's about taking a nap. Sometimes it's about being real and letting yourself feel the feels and go through the experiences, so that you can wake up better the next day and freaking go for it. Yes, fair enough. But yeah, I have that goal of showing up every day, of being the best me every day, and that's why I have a little talk with myself before my feet hit the ground, saying, okay, we're going to step into our best selves today. We're going to do the most that we can do. And so, yes, investing in yourself helps you become a better parent, partner, friend, boss, employee. You can move past fear and nourish that confidence that you deserve, and literally upgrade your life and leave the feelings of scarcity behind. Whether the scarcity is financial, whether the scarcity is with relationships, wherever your scarcity is, most of us have a fear of scarcity in some form. There's so many scopes that go with us. It's not just one energy that's sacred. There's all these things work together. And how we do one thing in this big giant wheel of life is how we do everything. And whenever something gets off balance, whether it be financial, whether it be relationships, whether it be your health, your family, it makes the rest of the spokes a little wobbly, so the wheel doesn't turn as well, right? Kind of like what I said earlier, whenever I was doing things that weren't in alignment with where I wanted to be. And it's like the universe is sending me signals going, okay, wake up, girl. Your wheels are wobbly. Let's straighten them up. And so, yes, it's time to straighten your wheels and get going, get started. This is me, the bridge. One side of the bridge, we have fear. On the other side, we have confidence. One side of the bridge, we have self-hate. On the other side, we have forgiveness, acceptance. One side of the bridge, we're exhausted, we're tired, we don't even care anymore. On the other side of the bridge, we're vibrant, we're energized, and we can't wait to see what happens next. I'm the bridge. I can take you to the other side. And that's really, really insane. This is also the first time for me to say that out loud. It's a Belief Reconstruction Bridge. I believe you can. The only thing that's stopping you from getting to the other side of that bridge is not believing you can and trying so hard to do it on your own. So this is just a little bonus I wanted to put in here so we all walk away with something that we can work with. So setting intentions, starting the day, setting yourself up for success, setting yourself up for mindfulness, setting yourself up to be in the right mindset. Each day, pick a couple of these. I mean, screenshot this and save it and work on it. I think it's screenshotable. Yes. So what are 3 things in my life that I'm grateful for today? Every day, think about 3 things that you're grateful for. Right now, think about 3 things that you're grateful for. Oh, let those things fill your heart, right? You feel warmth. You feel better. Your lips naturally curve into a smile. Participants can now see your application. I don't know what that means. Did the screen change, y'all? Okay. Weird Zoom message. Okay. What I release today in my mind, in my body, or what can I release today in my mind, in my body, and in my environment? It could be tension. It could be stress. It could be releasing resentment. It could be and it's different ways. I mean, there's always different things to do it in your body, yoga, relaxation, in your environment. And it could be physical. It could be people. There's all kinds of things. But there's always something I can release that's holding me back, that I'm thinking about, that I'm like, let that go. Let that go. What are the 3 biggies I want to accomplish today? Each day, there's at least 3 things that I know I got to get done. What do I need to be reminded of today? Today with my dad in the hospital, I needed to be reminded that he loves me. I love him, and he knows that no matter what. And I think he's going to be okay. What are 2 things I'm doing today to look after my inner and outer self? And I'm not talking about going to get a pedicure and a manicure or getting your hair done, but things you're going to feed yourself a healthy meal. Are you going to call that friend that makes you smile? Are you going to spend some time with a devotional? It could be, am I going to do my gratitude list, which you already did earlier, right? What do I love about myself on the inside and the outside? And no joke. I mean, what do you love about you? What is it about you that even you can't deny is freaking awesome? Your smile, your heart, your forgiveness, your ability to crack a joke, your ability to take amazing pictures of people. That's for you, Kim. And that smile. How will I show kindness today? It doesn't have to be anything grand, but I think we should all show kindness someday, because we're living in a world that people are not often kind to one another. And what am I working on developing today to strengthen and expand myself? If I have a question about doing something, if I question it, it's usually because I don't need to be doing it. So if you're having to ask, so whenever I'm looking at something like, does this get me closer to my goal, or does it literally take me further away from it? Helps to answer the question. So here's the part where I say, hey, you ready to level up your lifestyle? I'm going to put a link in the comments. And let's exit. I'm going to stop the mix after we're done here in a little bit. This is what my little section looks like. This is just a little questionnaire. Fill it out. Let me know kind of what your goals are. Let me know what you're working on. There's no commitment, but I would love to just have a 30-minute chat. see if we connect, see if maybe we can work together, or if that's not the case, maybe it's just not now, maybe later. But like I said, there's no commitment. Fill it out, and I will immediately shoot you my December recipes, which a couple of y'all got my November recipes last month, and they're amazing. I even have the Fitness Pal scanner thing, so you can, if you log your food, which I always recommend, because don't measure it, you forget that you ate it, basically. So you can't manage it. If you don't measure it, you can't manage it. So it's really great recipes, and I offer it now as part of my premium package. My clients, whenever they work with me, we meet once a week for an hour, one-on-one sessions that are totally client-based. I spend the week being in connection, sending motivation. Oh, so many amazing things. So great conversations even happen in between sessions. I have, 911 calls for whenever the wrench does get in there into your life and nudges you out, or maybe you're at a point where you realize something about yourself that you didn't realize before. I have laser focused calls as part of the premium package too. There's a lot to it, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about everything I offer, and I would love to talk to you about it in more detail. So right now, I give you a big thank you, and I appreciate your time. I was terrified about going over, but y'all were quiet. So great points. Thank you. I appreciate that, Terry. All right. As I shut the chat, I'm going to stop the screen share real quick. And suddenly I can't remember how to do that. There it is. Hi, guys. I know you can see me though. Maybe you can see me. I don't know. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, Brandon, I'll talk to you that. He said, all right. Let me get this other link up real quick. Yeah, my face shows everything. I'll totally know whenever I hit the wrong button. Seriously. Well, it makes it harder whenever you shut the tab because you were worried that your computer wasn't going to have enough stuff for the deal. Okay. If you want to take a second. Anybody have any questions while I'm looking this up? You can come off mute if you'd like and chat a little bit. I can stop the recording. Oh, please tell me I recorded this. Type. There we go. Quiet.
Very quiet.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here. It's just, well, you can tell. Everyone can tell. I get very passionate and excited, and I can't imagine doing anything else at this point, nor do I want to. Okay, here I come. Open up Zoom. Get big for me. Okay, here I go. In the comments. This is the link to Mellow Questionnaire. Fill it out. Set a time for a discovery call. 30-minute. Let's talk. Let's Zoom. Just the two of us. And I'll send you those recipes out, and we'll get to know each other a little bit more. Does that sound good? All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You have a wonderful evening, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.
You do the
Bye.
same. Thanks. Bye.